What's up, everybody? It is me, the Purple Vegan, or the Purple Vegan. I don't know. I'm back to vlogging. If you look at my YouTube history, last year I started the vlog because I was going vegan, and I think I did 2 vlogs and that was it. So I'm back again and hoping to be more consistent. Let me tell you about that year. So I gotta get me a little holder for my thing. So yeah, I went vegan. Was I a perfect vegan? No. There were some times where I had dairy, meat products, and things of that nature, so I was not a perfect vegan, but for the most part, yes, I ate vegan. But I discovered that it still didn't help me to lose weight and to get on a healthier track, because I had to come to terms with my addictions, and that is addiction to processed foods. And even though I was eating vegan, I was kind of using that mentality that it's vegan, so it's okay. So I would eat, I was still eating pizzas, processed pizzas, and burritos, and Oreo cookies, and potato chips, and all kinds of vegan junk food, telling myself it's okay because it's vegan. And I wasn't helping myself. I wasn't helping myself break free of my addictions. So I didn't lose like any weight last year. I didn't gain a lot of weight, but I didn't lose anything either. I pretty much stayed the same for the whole year. And so I was like, okay, so what's the next level? And I even went so far as to going back to my lap band doctor to try and see if I can either get a revision, meaning get it taken out and get something else done, like the sleeve, or to try and, restart the process of my lap band. Right now my lap band is empty, and for those who don't know, in about 2008 I was almost 300 pounds, still dealing with addictions, and I wanted to do something quick, and I went the drastic route of getting, well, I wouldn't say drastic, because sometimes that's the only answer for people, and for me I felt like that was the only answer. So I got lap band surgery, and I lost the weight. I was, like I said, I was almost 300 pounds. I got down to like 160 and I stayed there, but it still didn't help with my addictions, because even though I lost the weight, I was living off of like potato chips and crackers and just a lot of starchy foods and ice cream and things like that. I was living off of junk food, but I lost the weight, and that was due to calorie restricting and not being able to eat a lot of food. So, but I still had the addictions. So I decided to go vegan, and I did a slow transition. I went vegetarian first, and then like last year I went vegan, and so this year I decided that it's time to break those addictions. And I was like, well, what's the next step? What do I do? And I decided I needed to cut out all the processed foods. And going through YouTube and just doing a lot of Google searches to try and figure out, what to do, that's when I discovered raw vegan. And I was watching like Fully Raw Christina and Tanny Raw I just discovered the raw boy, even though he's not like fully raw. He does cooked and raw. What is it? Raw Tropical Living, Lisa Raw Food Romance. I followed a lot of them, and I was like, you know what? That's it. I believe that that's going to help me break my addictions. And I'm also a binge eater, and I will I call myself a closet binge eater because I wouldn't do it around people. It would be by myself, like mostly like in my car, and I would go get donuts and chips and chocolate and things like that, and I would like binge on it, and I would eat it on my way home from work, and then like hide the evidence. I would throw away the evidence. So, and that's what I mean when I say I was not fully vegan, because not the junk food that I was eating wasn't always vegan. Like the donuts or whatever, it wasn't always vegan. So I told myself, I came to terms with the fact that I had this addiction and I needed to break it. And so that's when I decided that this year, I always start things, this year I decided to transition to being fully raw. And what does that mean? Does it mean I'm gonna go like bam straight into fully raw veganism? I want to try that. That's what I would love to just start off fully raw and see how I feel. So far this year I haven't had anything cooked. I'm trying to think to see if I did. No, I take that back. In January I did have some cooked veggies. I made some veggies for my family, and I had some cooked vegetables and things like that. But I'm really determined to break these habits and break this addiction, and I believe that raw vegan will help me. So I've, you know, that's my journey, my new I don't want to say resolution, because you know people never stick to resolutions. That's my new lifestyle. That's what I do. So I'm going to be sharing my journey, sharing recipes that I'll try. I don't have my own recipes, so most of the recipes that I am trying will be from other raw vegan, I don't want to say gurus. I don't think they call themselves gurus, but other raw vegan people from their channels. And so I'll be trying their recipes. I bought Lisa Raw Food Romance. I bought her 30-day meal plan that I plan on doing in February. Monday I'm going to be doing like a smoothie cleanse for like 10 days. And then I plan on transitioning into her 30-day meal plan. There's a lot of her, there's a lot of things I still need to get in order to do her meal plan that I don't have. Like I have a dehydrator, but it's circular, and I think for some of the things that I need to make, I probably need the square, the Excalibur is the one I want to get. And so I'm going to try that. But for anybody, somebody sent me a message on my YouTube page, which was like so cool, and I think her name was Nadine. I don't have it in front of me, so forgive me if I did not say her name correctly. But she said that she was like so excited for me and my journey, and you know, subscribe to my channel. And that just really encouraged me to keep doing this and to keep, you know, pushing forward, because you never know who you're gonna, you know, inspire doing this. It's gonna be hard. I know it's gonna be hard, because those addictions are still in me, and I can still, you know, feel it like trying to, you know, take over. I've conquered like my sweet addiction, which is good, because now we're eating all the fruit all the time, especially bananas. And I used to like have this ice cream thing, and once I discovered nice cream, like that ice cream thing like went out the window, because I can just make any kind of flavor nice cream I want, and I feel like I'm just having the real thing. And so my other, you know, salty, like the chips and having that crunch, I think that's been the challenge for me so far, is just always wanting that salty, crunchy type thing. So, you know, I'm gonna have to make me a lot of kale chips or zucchini chips or something to help with that. And you know, I gotta keep active. I like going to like Zumba and classes like that. And once it starts warming up, I will be getting back on the track and going walking. I want to get a bike. That's the one thing I really want to get. I want to get a bike, and I want to go bike riding this year. So that is my goal, to get a bike before the weather breaks. So I already have it. And that's all I really wanted to share with you guys. Quick thing before I get off. So I went to get me some lunch. I'm at work, I'm on my lunch break, and I got two, you can't see it, but I got 2 salad bowls, because, you know, salads are low in calories. And so I got 2 salad bowls, and I got it from, the place is called the Burrito House. It's very good. When I wasn't eating raw, I would still go there and get these burrito bowls that were always like amazing, because all the ingredients are fresh. And so, but now that I'm doing raw, I get the salad bowls. And so you get all the fresh veggies, and it's lettuce and tomatoes and mushrooms and carrots and cucumbers and bell peppers, and I think I put some cilantro in there, and then they make fresh guacamole every day. And so I put that on there, and I use that as like my dressing, and I stir it, you know, in there as my dressing, and that's what I have. So I got it, and they have like this free chocolate that they give everybody. And they was like, do you know, you want some chocolate? And I was like, no, I'm being good now, I'm not gonna get any chocolate. And she was like, well, you know, she's like, I've been doing good. I've been doing good for like 3 weeks. That's what she said. And I was like, oh, that's awesome. And she's like, you know, just make sure you exercise more, and you can have chocolate, whatever. I was like, no, I'm exercising, but I don't want any chocolate. And then she was like, oh, and you got veggie bowls? She's like, you need to put some meat on those bowls. I was like, no, I don't need any meat. She's like, what are you, like a vegetarian? I was like, well, I'm actually vegan. And she was like, well, you know, you still need to get your protein or whatever. I was like, I get enough protein, I'm good. She's like, where do you get it from, like shakes or whatever? I was like, I'm getting protein. You know, I like really didn't want to get into that conversation, and it's like, it's so crazy, because everybody, you know, has a comment about when you're eating. But if I had ordered just like a regular burrito bowl with like a load of meats and the beans and the cheese and the sour cream and all that kind of stuff, nobody would have said anything. They wouldn't have said anything. But because I just have a bowl full of vegetables, you know, that's a problem. It's the mindset is crazy. You know, I had one lady, I went grocery shopping, and my basket was full of fruits and veggies, and she was like, wow, you eat really healthy. That's what she said. And I was like, thank you. I was like, I'm actually vegan. She's like, oh, you're vegan? Oh, be careful. I hear that diet's not really, you know, all that healthy. But you just said, wow, you eat very healthy. So anyway, I'm planning on documenting this journey, and so this is my little lunch break, and just wanted to let you guys know, give you an update of what happened and why I wasn't vlogging, but I'm back. Yay! Have a great day. Bye.